Hey, so this glasses be making me feel like my eyebrows crooked. Uh, oh, yeah, so this one is just going to be about different experiences and specialness, if that's a word. So I am about to give up on trying to communicate with people. It sounds weird and stuff, but I just don't know what to say to people out here nowadays. You know, you can't say anything without some extreme thing or whatever happening. I always say there's a consequence to every action, and I'm not saying it's a negative thing or a positive thing. It could be either one, but there's always a you know consequence to every action. It's like there's always a solution within a problem. There's usually one anyway, and I don't know, like some of the experiences that I had out here is a little interesting to me. I have such a hard time talking to different people, and a lot of it is because I just don't. If I don't agree, not so much that I agree or you disagree with somebody, but it's fine. But it's like they make it seem like it's law. And me, being who I am, I do take things literally, and it's their experiences and their morals and their environment. It's a whole lot of different things that probably played into it. Yeah, I get that, and I get that people are not like this everywhere. But some things I just don't. I don't. I'm trying not to judge people too hardly on it, but I'm questioning. Like I'm thinking, like it was something in the water at this point. I knew the water tasted funny when I came out here. I just knew it. So I've been in this state. I don't even know how long I've been here. I don't know, but I've been in the whole Kentucky, Ohio. I basically bounced back and forth for a few years now, maybe 9, 10. I don't even know if it's 10 years yet, but something like that. And I've had some interesting experiences out here, whether it's co-workers or just friends or relationships. It's just been interesting. It's been extremely interesting to the point where I think it should be like a TV show. You know, this needs to be somewhere. But I'm not going to put anybody's names or anything like that because I don't do that. I'm not going to put not extra stuff on people out here. But I'm going to share some experiences. So, they may not all be mine. Well, no, they are mine. Like for example, like I just don't get certain things. So it's like you have that special person. Like I always use work as an example. So you're at work, whatever. You always got that special employee who just does things. I mean, it could be the most complicated. It could just be like don't make sense, but it's always that extra person or person that just you need to put a little extra love into them. For whatever reason. So, and then you got everyone else. Now, up here, it's like the opposite. It's like it's more special out here. Excuse me. And I'm just, at first I was like thinking it's me. Like, oh my God. When I first came out here, I didn't have so many different arguments. I had so many different arguments. There was a whole lot of people mad at me. If I just wow. I remember I had an issue where it was a cashier and it was at one of the markets and stuff, and then I was like, I can tell she was like, I don't know, she just was not the happiest person, and that's fine, people probably going through life stuff, whatever. So, I'm like, what did I say to her? I said, I don't know. It was something like, um, "Are you okay? I hope you have a good day," or something like that. You know. And when I said this lady flipped out, she was not happy. She didn't cuss me out, man. She did. I don't know why people think that that's just like a knife thrown at you. I don't like it to sound disrespectful, but whatever. She didn't cuss me out. I'm like, hold on. I'm not really a violent person, you know, but yeah. I just waved it off and she had a bad day. But yeah, just something simple like that. And then I mean it's just so it's different. It's different. I mean, just even talking about other stuff, like people feel some type of way just by you mentioning something, or they judge you on a stereotype. And that happens a lot out here. Like if you don't do, like I had a in person up here, and she's like, "Oh, don't you listen to rap music and stuff like that?" I was like, "Actually, I really don't like rap. We talk about the same thing. I don't." She's like, "Okay," and that's where that conversation went at. But just little things like that, you know, just that judgment. And had so many people was like, "Oh, you need to get in touch with your blackness inside." I don't know what in the universe that supposed to mean at all. I am who I am. That's just what it is. I'm not trying to be like anybody else. I'm not trying to do this and that. This is just who I am. Um, yeah. I mean, I'm proud of who I am. I ain't like I'm disgusted with myself. You know, so I don't know. Just things like that just throws me off so much. I mean, nowadays you can't even call and say Mr. and Mrs. Like, I just don't know where this world is going to. I don't. I was one situation where I had, you know, somebody, I had an old friend, whatever, and he was telling me about, you know, they was like, made a comment and said that, yeah, I'm not going to pay rent. We were supposed to go out, whatever, and he was like, I'm not going to pay rent because that landlord didn't fix this. I'm like, oh, well, how long you been here? Oh, you know, like 3 years. Um, no, so this is the part I'll be trying to be as careful as I possibly can. It's just my face, it just be throwing something else. I'll be like, I don't think it works that way. I was like, oh yeah. Usually when someone does that, I don't suggest anything else, you know, because it's like their mind is made up. What this is what's going to happen. So you only can do something so far. So I was like, oh, all right. He was like, yeah, they didn't fix this and that. I was like, oh, okay. I think it's other steps to that, you know. No. It's like, oh, okay, I got you. And then I left it like that. Like some things don't need to be pushed further. But I don't know, just stuff like that. That just don't make sense. I mean, the biggest letdown was somebody that told me there was no such thing as common sense. And I'm like, what? It was like, yeah, that's just, it's not, it's just your sense. It's not common sense. I said, that was literally in my textbook. What are you talking about? It just said common sense in my daggone book, you know? What are you trying to teach me? And she was, I was just at a loss for words. I was like, huh. So I explained it like this. I was like, so it's common for people to move out the way if something's coming at them. Like if someone's throwing a book in your face, you want to, naturally you probably want to move, right? But it's not common to know that green means go and red means stop. So that's how I explain it. She wasn't listening to that. She just went on about how it was my sense. So I left it alone. But that was a letdown because that was just a letdown. It's like knowing that your teacher was special. You know, and I'm not talking about special as in you got disability, like special as in you just not on this earth for long type of special. Like you just didn't grasp nothing that was happening around you. You know, that I lost all respect that moment for that person. That's just I did. And I do. I had my special moments too, you know. I do. And I just hope I don't act as special. I probably do though. I probably do act as special like that. I just say it's just a lot of people to dodge for this. It's just a lot. You know, I see people get mad over somebody else's money, and I'm just like, well, it's their monies. I'm having a hard time feeling bad for you. You know? Obviously, I'm not going to say that to the person because it serves no purpose. But yeah, it's just it's different. I mean, people come to me asking what I'm supposed to be doing, what I do with dirty water, and I have to take this moment to get myself into this space that they just put out, and I have no idea what to say. I just be hoping that while I'm in this moment of transitioning my brain, that it'll cross their mind that, oh, it's my, oh, I got it, never mind, type of thing. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I swear, it's nice people. I swear, it's not everybody. It's not everybody. It's just a big chunk of them. It's just like you got men who rather take than give. I don't know. Like I just don't understand. I don't know how some people function in the world. It don't even matter. You black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all the same out here. It's all the same. For most part, I'm not talking about the other stuff, but racist and whatever. But for the most part, the thought process is similar. And then when did we start using punctuation marks as a statement? Like I wasn't given that memo. I wasn't given that at all. I'm just catching up to the Mr. and Mrs. thing. I just don't know what's happening in the world. Like I kind of just wish I had like a little island, and come out when I need supplies and socialize sometimes. Yeah, it's too much in this world that's going on. And it's just everywhere. It's stuff everywhere, it's special. Like I know I'm just talking about special people, but there's things everywhere. And it doesn't make me mad at them so much. It makes me curious. Like it's like I'm curious to know how your brain is operating. Like how it's when it maneuvers. And it makes me curious to the point where I think I want to take classes on it. Like I'm actually considering taking classes on there. And I'm really interested in learning about that. And it's interesting because like I worked with children for a while, and I'm probably going to get back into it at some point in my life. But one of the things that I learned the most is that one of the things I learned for myself is that you have to learn who you're actually teaching. You have to learn them as an individual. So a lot of the things that I've applied when I was working with the children, so a lot of things I apply to adults, because at some line there's a base. At some point there's a base of it. And usually that base stems from other things. But it's a base to it. So I try to learn from the basis of it. So whatever what if I'm confused about something, I break it down to its basis. Long as I'm not thrown off or whatever. But I usually just try to break it down to the basics, and that's what I do with children. And I learn how to learn and maneuver and etc. But woo, when I stay out here, it's like you done got smacked with a wet rag, man. Sometimes I just don't know what is going on. I don't. But yes, what it is, you know. You're not meant to learn everything. I just would like to know some things. I'm just saying, it's something. But feel free to respond, guys. I'm trying to gain an audience, and hopefully, this is like my venting outlet in a way. So I would like people to share their experiences, and you comment on my stuff or give me ideas for the next subject and things of that, things of that nature, because I really want to have a channel where, a lot of people's interacting, not with just me, but just with other people, and then maybe maybe I'll move somewhere else. Who knows? Excuse me. Let's see ya.